We're back with another episode of Backroads and Backstories. We talk with country radio's power players and the new faces of country music, and that's what I'm really excited about today. We're here with Ben Gallaher. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Dude?
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So many things have been said about you. I read from my friends at Taste of Country. They talked about you being one of the top 20 guitar players in country music. I mean, tell me about that, like the accolades and really where you started cutting your chops from.
Man, that article, that was a huge honor for me. I mean, especially to be named on a list with, a lot of my heroes was a huge, I was blown away by that. So it was a huge honor. I started playing guitar when I was 6. I grew up on 90s country. That's all my folks had playing in the house. So I got the bug from then on, but nobody in my family was is musical at all. My folks got me a guitar, and I just took to it. It sounds so crazy. It was a total God thing. I took to it, and from then on, I felt like this is what I was supposed to do, is play guitar and sing country music. So I moved to Nashville. Long story short, I moved to Nashville at 19 because that's where I felt, country music, that's the place to be, I had a couple lessons early on, but other than that, it was just, I felt like, it was just born into me.
You talked about your parents being 90s country fans. After you came on the scene in Nashville and you started getting some of these great gigs, was there a time where they said, oh my God, our son made it?
I don't know. That'd be a good question for them. It's been a long journey, but a great journey. There was never any plan B because this has been a lifelong thing for me, right? So there was never like, well, if this doesn't work, maybe he'll do this or whatever. They kind of knew too that this was like, this is it. I knew nobody when I moved to Nashville. And so it's just been an ongoing, it's just what I do. And and they know that, their support has been great.
Let's talk about Nashville too. I mean, some crazy weather and everything gone on over the last handful of weeks. Ice storms. I mean, we've talked with Megan Patrick, who's talking about her husband out there with a chainsaw, just trying to be able to get him down the road. Josh Ross was talking about the same thing too. I mean, what's it been like in the area town for you? I mean, no power, things like that. How are you and your family dealing with that?
Well, thanks, man. We got hit pretty hard. So like, this has been like a year and a half ago. I told my wife, I was like, hey, we kind of live out in the country, and I was like, our power has gone out several times. I was like, I'm gonna get a generator. I want to get a big generator for this, just in case this goes down, especially a family now. And she's like, man, I don't know if we need it. I was like, I'm just telling you, it's one of those things where you may not need it many times, but if you use it once, it's worth it, right? So then, absolutely. Had a guy come in and blew it into the house so it can talk to my fuse box, right, where there's not 8,000 extension cords going on, and hadn't been able to use it until this ice storm. And man, are we glad we had it. I fired that mother up, and we were rocking.
And all of a sudden, ice storm comes, and now you come out to California, and you're talking with us. I mean, how is that going with your wife when you call and check in, and you say, the weather's going to be 60 here in California. How's the ice, honey?
Yeah, well, she would love to be out here. That's a fact. She'd like to be on a beach right now, to be honest.
I think you owe her a trip.
Yeah, I think I do. Now, she keeps the wheels on, man. We've known each other since we were like 7th and 8th grade. We're from the same area in Pennsylvania. So she gets it, man. It takes a special woman, I think, to be able to, to be with somebody that makes a living on the road. I have so much, especially after having our son, I have so much respect for anybody that makes a living on the road with a family.
You guys have such a special relationship, too. I was reading about the first anniversary gift that she gave you. It was kind of cool.
Dude, man, you did your homework. I love that. So there's a certain kind of guitar I've wanted for like 15 years. And it's a 1988 Fender. It's a 40th anniversary. It's the first year that Fender ever did the run of custom shop guitars. Okay, so there's 300 of these things made and 100 of the color that I have. So they're like unreal rare. You can never find them. I'm in Guitar Center in Nashville in 2000. Oh, man, I forget. But it was 7 years ago and 8 years ago maybe. I called her and I said, babe, you're never going to believe this guitar it's in the platinum room, I was like, and she's like, well, if you got to have it, we'll try to make it work. And we were barely making rent at the time. Like, I was like, man, we can't, there's no way, I just can't swing this right now. I was like, but am I stupid to walk away from it? Because I'll never get a chance at this rare guitar in mint condition, right? So I walked away. I showed her a picture. She was like, "Oh, it's cool. Looks like any other guitar." And I was like, "No, this ain't no other. This is the deal." Anyways, fast forward. I open up my guitar case before a songwriting appointment just to go through a couple guitar riffs and get prepared. And there it was. She had went to get it.
Wow.
And surprised me on our first anniversary, and we just finished paying it off not long ago.
See, that's the best gift ever. Then,
I
right?
know, but no, man, that was a special deal. So that's a special one.
And so, what did you get her then for your anniversary? I mean, she
Well,
went.
I told her, I
she
was
went
like,
100
man,
right there.
Come on, you just really set me up here. How can you top that? But a beach trip will fix anything.
Oh, fair enough. Where's her favorite beach?
Anywhere that's got sand and salt water.
Well, let's get serious for a second. One of the things I was following on your social media channels, you do a prison tour every year. And something that has become more common after many people got exposed to Jelly and what he does and how passionate he is about that subject. I mean, how did you find your way to doing that and wanting to be able to give back?
Man, a friend of mine by the name of Chris Hall worked at one of the state prisons in Pennsylvania. And in 2000, I've been playing him since 2011. And in 2011, he said, "Man, we're thinking about doing something different this year, having music come in. We never had any country music. Would you ever have any interest in playing for the inmates?" I was like, "Oh, I never really thought about it," but it reminded me of Johnny Cash.
Well, right here in Folsom Prison is here in
I know
Sacramento.
it. I know it.
I almost feel bad. I wish we could have done the interview there. That would have been great.
We could. It's never too late.
Oh, that's it.
So I was like, absolutely, I would love it. So I went in that first year by myself, acoustic, 250 inmates in the gymnasium. And these are max security prisons, so this is no joke.
Wow.
You know, this is not like, these are state prisons, the real deal. And
Not the country clubs.
not the country clubs.
Okay.
And you could hear a pin drop in there, man. I played for 60 minutes, and it was unbelievable, the connection that was happening through these songs. And so I only did one that year, and it spread to all the naturally spread to all the other state prisons in Pennsylvania. So I started getting phone calls from these state prisons wanting to book me to come do this deal. Wow. So I was like, well, maybe I'll do a prison tour. And then that started in 2012. And then I did it the whole way up until every year. I've played almost every state prison in Pennsylvania. There's over 20 of them. And I did it every year up until COVID. And then I wasn't able to go in because of everything, you know. And then this past year, I did it again. It's as intense as you would imagine it would be. And I've told this story before, but a guy, I'll never forget. I mean, it's tons of stories, but a guy one time said, "Man, I got a chance to talk to him afterwards sometimes." He says, "Man, I've been in here for 20 years, and I got to tell you, I hate country music, but those songs just changed my whole outlook on life."
Wow.
And he said, "And I'm getting out of here soon, and it makes me want to go chase my dream when I get out of here." Oh, man, you want to talk about hitting you like a hammer.
Wow.
So as a writer and an artist, that's why we do what we do, right? To have a connection and to an impact, right, through the songs. Country music was always built on a lyric and a melody and relatable, you know, highs and lows of life, right? It's not always great. It's not always bad, you know, and these guys are living that. They're probably in the lowest point they've been, right? So that connection is a raw, relatable thing through the music with an acoustic guitar and a vocal and a lyric.
Talk about lyric and melody, and you know, sometimes we make jokes about country music where you play it backwards, you get your wife and your dog back, right?
That's what Gary LeVox said.
Yeah. But when you go out and you experience something like you have in Pennsylvania, have you been able to come up with any lyrics that you've put into songs that you felt like really touched you afterwards? You said, "Wow, this is based on my experience of doing this"?
Oh yeah, I've written songs. They've not been released just because there's so many. There's only a small amount of songs on a record. But I've written songs from that were born from my experiences in the prisons and singing these songs to these guys. One song's called Doing Life. It's really cool. I think it might be on YouTube somewhere, but it was never officially released. But you know, as a songwriter, and any songwriter, I'll say this, you know, that side of your brain never really shuts off. Even in a conversation, like you could say something right now that would make me think of some type of idea or a hook or some type of alliteration thing in a sentence or whatever that would make me think that could be an idea.
Who are some of your favorite songwriters in Nashville, or people that you hope to be able to write with soon?
That's a great question, man. Nashville's loaded with some of the best songwriters in the world, man. My co-producer, who was a big songwriter, Neil Thrasher, who I've been writing with for probably 10 years. He wrote There Goes My Life, Kenny Chesney, Fast Cars and Freedom, Rascal Flatts, Night Train, Fly Over States for Aldine, Try That in a Small Town. I mean, a pile of those songs. But anyways.
That's what people in the industry call the mailbox starts getting heavy at that point.
The mailbox is overflowed. No, man, he's... so to get a chance to work with somebody like that, and I grew up on those songs, right? But we met 10 years ago, and he produces my records now, and we write a lot, and that's a huge blessing, man. He gets me musically, and in Nashville, man, it takes, much like anything else, but in my world, man, it takes a village. You can't do it alone. You know, so to have your core team and the people that get you and they share the vision musically and business-wise, you know, is a big deal, and that doesn't come overnight.
Right. One of the things that I had to chuckle about on your Instagram page, spending so much time in Florida that I have, there's a cool video of you gator hunting.
Oh, yes.
How did that come about? Did you end up having gator tail for dinner? I mean, it's not a lot of people get the opportunity to go do that.
Yes, and yes. Man, we did this thing, me and my label mate, Spencer Hatcher, went down with Bill Booth down in Florida. And this is what he does, man. And he said, hey, we want to film this thing. We want to do, we're film a little series, and it's going to be called Guitars and Gators, or Gators and Guitars. And so me and Spencer went down, and I called Bill, and I was like, I'm a big bow hunter and an outdoorsman. And I said, Bill, I was like, I don't know how y'all hunt these things. I was like, can I bring my bow? And he was like, well, man, we've never hunted gators with a bow. But he said, I mean, I guess if you're confident with it. And I was like, well, I mean, you never know. I was like, but I'd love to try it. I was like, that would be cool, because, you know, it's a little bit different. So sure enough, man, he put me on one, and you know, you have a small region for that shot, right?
Yeah.
You know,
you're not going for the body, right?
So you have to be close enough. But what I didn't realize was once they hook the gator, the boat's moving on the water, the gator's moving, I'm moving, and the gator's kicking up mud that's the same color of its hide. So I can't see where my shot should be because it's all the same color, and I'm moving. So the shot was in close proximity, which doesn't matter if you can't see where
it's going.
Anyways, it was a successful hunt. We harvested the gator that was killing all of the farmers' calves. So, because they're a nuisance down there, man, they're out of control. So anyway, we did the farmer a good one by taking care of that gator, and we ate him that night. It was like tough chicken. I don't know if you ever had gator before.
I had gator tail, yes.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It is. It's like very gamey, but you hit the nail on the head. yes, like tough chicken.
And we wanted to eat, you know,
maybe a little dipping, some hot sauce to go with
we needed that, yeah.
Yeah, you need a little hot sauce.
And, you know, it was awesome to be able to eat, you know, what you harvest. It doesn't get any more organic than that, man. I mean, that's like pretty much swamp to table right there.
We're farm to fork here in Sacramento, so swamp to table in Florida.
You want to get swamp to fork.
So you're relatively new to the country scene. A lot of people being exposed to you for the first time. What would you want to tell people about what kind of music to expect from you? And if they go search you out and want to be able to hear some of the songs, like, why? Why would they do that?
That's a great question, man. Man, we just put this album out. To go, and I want them to make their opinion, right? I mean, I put this album out. I put my whole life into this thing and spent a year making it. But I love to hear how a certain song hits different people. Music is so subjective, right? What somebody else's favorite song, maybe somebody's like, wow, that's not I like this one. So I love to hear that kind of feedback. But go listen to the record, and I want them to take it in how they hear it, man. There's a lot of guitar. I mean, there's a lot of guitar. It's guitar driven, man. These songs were born. A lot of them were born from that guitar riff. So there's a little bit of edge rock and roll in there. There's a little bit of country. There's a little bit of all of that kind of tied into what I do.
All right, so we're going to have you play a song here coming up in a minute, but we'll end on one question. So it's a Friday night. You're hanging out at home with your wife in Nashville, and all of a sudden your phone rings, and you look over. Which person is on the other end of that phone that, if I answer this phone and go out on a Friday night with them, law enforcement's probably going to end up being involved, and it's going to be a wild night?
Man, that is a good question. Do I know the person?
I don't know. Do you?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, who would people be expecting?
Would this be like hypothetical?
Let's go hypothetical first. Yeah. Who do you think in Nashville and in the country music scenes, like on the other side of your phone, and you turn it over and you're like, honey, sorry, may not be back for a minute.
Oh man, probably Hardy.
Okay. Why do you say Hardy?
Oh man, I feel like, man, we get to drinking some beers, drinking some whiskey, play some guitars, and then who knows, man.
Well, I mean, after a song Truck Bed, I mean, you kind of got to go with that.
man, we may be hunting a gator with a bow.
By the end of it.
By the end of it.
With law enforcement coming down on their boats.
Could be.
That'll be a party. Ben Gallaher, man, we are so excited to have you here. Play a song for us?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right.
What are we doing for us today?
Man, I'm going to play y'all my brand new single. It's called I'll Take You. It's track 1 on the album. The album's called Time, the one I was talking about. Y'all go check it out. Sweet. Here we go. Take God over the devil and whiskey over wine. Hotel California over the long run every time. Yeah, I know what I want. Girl, I made up my mind. I'll take you over anybody, any day. Like sunshine over rain, your hand in my hand, whatever life throws my way, I'll take you over anybody, any day. I'll take homegrown over store-bought and down home over downtown. Hunting over fishing, and some days the other way around. Yeah, I'm set in my ways. Girl, you know me by now. I'll take you over anybody, any day. You like sunshine over rain, your hand in my hand, whatever life throws my way. I'll take you over anybody, any day. Ooh, ride or die, my forever go-to. I'll take you over anybody, any day. You like sunshine over rain, your hand in my hand, whatever life throws my way. I'll take you or anybody, you or anybody, you or anybody, any day.
Ben Gallaher. Man, thank you.
man.
All the people like dancing up in the background that everybody can't see. But thank you so much for being part of Backroads and Backstories. Make sure that you like below and make sure you subscribe as well. And thank you so much. Love having you with us. Continued success, man.
Thank you, brother.
Love
Thanks for
it.
having me on.